Welcome to the nighttime zoo at the San Diego Zoo. Jambo!
Hello and welcome back to Big Red Journeys. I am your host Big Red, and on today's journey we are here at the San Diego Zoo to celebrate Nighttime Zoo, a summertime only event that occurs here at the zoo in which there are specialty shows, some musical acts, specialty foods and cocktails, and much more. So if you care to join along with me on this journey, let's go. And the appropriate shoes for today's journey, zoo inspired here with my Tiger Nikes. Ready to go. We're going to start off our journey by walking the left side of Front Street and going to get some nice grub. You have the Zootique, which is the main zoo store here, right before the exit. And then the main kid store, properly named Kid Store, right there. The very popular aerial Skyfari, which is always fun going onto the buckets. This is one of the main entrances over here, right behind the lion plaque statue. This one takes you to the opposite side of the zoo, next to the polar bears. And it's a one-way trip. It used to be both ways, but now it's only a one-way trip. And here is an early sneak peek of one of the puppets that's going to be part of Jambo, the nighttime parade. And now we're entering into the Zoofari party area, a popular area for weddings, private events, and whatnot here at the zoo. We're going to go check out my one of my favorite places, if not actually my favorite place to eat here at the zoo, called the Busy Bee Cafe. It's new, was just opened last year, and it's been closed for many months, obviously, as the zoo's been trying to fix their post-pandemic staffing issues and whatnot. So glad to see that it's back. But we're gonna get the Italian Parmesan truffle wings, which are just absolutely delicious. And the entrance to it is actually on the back side of the front entrance of the Skyfari area. So this is actually the exit right there. So a cool thing to always do if you're on the other side of the park and want to grab a quick lunch, you can always enter the Skyfari on the far side of the park and it leads you right here to the entrance of the Busy Bee Cafe. They're known for serving pizza. They got gourmet hot dogs, the pizza wings, but right there is the thing we're going for, the Italian truffle Parmesan chicken wings. Shaved Parmesan Reggiano, parsley, white truffle oil, roasted garlic aioli, and a salad. Not bad. So we just placed our order for the wings. They give you this nice little nifty-ditty buzzer that'll let you know when to come back to pick up your food. So we're gonna go check out the rest of the area here. Don't go too far, but we're gonna check out the rest of this area and come back once this buzzes. Right outside of the Busy Bee Cafe, we have a construction wall here that shows some conceptual art for what the new children's zoo is going to look like. Here we have a large clear wall for the naked mole rats. The naked mole rats were always there at the children's zoo and a very popular fan favorite. But it's going to be incredible at this tall wall building. That's just going to show all of them right there. Oh, it looks like you can actually crawl underneath and be a naked mole rat yourself. Look at that. We have the insect house. That was always popular too. But here we actually have a beekeeper showing how the honey is produced. Some giant bees right there for us. And I'm assuming these are probably terrariums for insects. And this looks like it's a waterfall, very similar to the one you can find in Africa Rocks. It's a little back cove area. And a marsh habitat that features colorful forests and water birds, some fowl, some geese right there. Well, it looks like we're buzzing like bees now, so it's time to pick up our food. So now we got our food. First up's going to be the truffle wings. A little pro tip here. Ask them for the additional cup of the garlic aioli. This makes everything taste better. So you can see here, got the little Parmesan on top, coated with a nice bit of the truffle oil. Delicious. Cooked very well. Crispy, but not too crispy. Probably the best food that you can actually get here at the zoo. And you put a little bit of the additional dipping. That's good stuff. So here at the Busy Bee Cafe, they actually have an outdoor cart that actually has beer, draft beer, and cocktails. And we end up getting 2 specialty cocktails for today. This one is the Busy Bee specialty cocktail and just a regular strawberry margarita. So both are pretty good. Traditional margarita, nothing too crazy about them. And here's the specialty Busy Bee. This one it tastes like a lemon drop, to be honest with you. I know there's gin, sweet and sour, some honey to sweeten it up a little bit, and a couple other ingredients. It's pretty good, and both cocktails were only $10 here at the zoo. Nice and refreshing on a hot day like today.
Jolene, I'm begging of you, please don't take my name.
Okay, making our way to the new exhibits that just opened up recently. Partially of the new children's zoo. We got the Hummingbird habitat and the Komodo kingdom. And then Komodo kingdom. Pretty cool. Look at this as we enter in the Hummingbird habitat. Very beautiful. Oh, right off the bat, there's one right there. Now, one cool fact about this habitat, I don't know if it's kind of hard to tell, but the walls in between, it's actually plastic covering, and I don't know if you can see, but there's actually air tubes right there. This is actually to help, one, for pressurization, and it helps kind of create like a thermal layer between the windows so they can actually regulate the temperature even though if it's extreme cold or extreme hot outside, because these birds are obviously very critical and fragile to environmental conditions, so they do their best with little outlet and inlet plugs like that. Here are the different types of birds that we can see here on exhibit. There's actually only 3 hummingbirds here: the emerald, Costas, and Anna's hummingbird. The rest are going to be tanagers, Katinga, a piha, a mannequin, Euphonia, and a couple of honey creepers as well too. But there are a total of 328 different species of hummingbirds that live in the Americas. As you see here, one of the environmental features, there's actually a mister right here that's going to help with the humidity, bringing moisture into the exhibit. Right now, humidity outside San Diego has been about high 40s, low 50s, and once you enter into here, it's quite different. And look, there's one right there, just landed right on that branch, right about there. Look at that. Here's a good example of what I was mentioning about the double plane plastic that puts a little bit of an air cushion to kind of environmentally protect the hummingbird. There's one layer right there and one layer. You can see the lines of the vinyl.
Oh my gosh.
And right upon entry, Easy enough. There's one lane right there. And for those who don't know, a fun fact about Komodo dragons, they are technically considered venomous, even though they themselves don't actually have venom. It's the bacteria that's found in actually some specialized teeth that makes them be considered venomous. They bite upon their prey, and the venom or the bacteria is an anticoagulant, so it actually makes the animal that they bit bleed out. And the Komodos just follow the prey until it finally faints, lays down, and at that point, they're vulnerable to attack.
Everybody play.
Okay, so I have to check out the hummingbirds and the Komodo and get a nice full belly. We're walking back down on Front Street, and we're going to make our way over to the outback, where you'll see the koalas, Tasmanian devils. But then after that, we're going to go down Africa Rocks, and for that, we're going to end up going down to the show to see Dr. Zoolittle, one of my personal favorites. And they actually have this other show. I forget the name of it right now. I'll put it up here later. But it's a very nice way to have African tribal music with drums and historical songs and customs. It's pretty cool, very interesting. So, and these are all part of Nighttime Zoo. The Dr. Zoolittle show is actually here all year round, but they have extended showing times here going later into the night.
And friends, when we're dancing, am I going to dance like this?
Here's a little dance party that they have for the little young zoo. The zoo fanatics here at the Front Street stage.
Show me your coolest kid.
And the cat with the bass and drum going around like bum bum bum. And the cat with the bass and drum going around like bum bum bum. Let's moving, I'm moving, I like your style and jumping. I'm sorry, Mr. Rocker, loading up that beat that's not that. Oh, this is the dance around and then bum bum bum. Get me up in the dark and I just so I can.
Making our way down to the Africa Rock stage, we enter in through the main entrance, which leads us into the Shark and Penguin exhibit. They're off in the distance, some of the penguins. We'll get a better look here in a second. We'll sneak in right here and you can see some of them roosting. And those boxes, you'll see the holes right there. They're blocked up right now, but that is where they actually have their nesting boxes during that time.
So what I have here is what we call the djembe. Can everyone say djembe for me? Djembe. Right on, right on. So djembe is from West Africa. You spell that D-J-E-M-B-E. Yeah? Let me get 3 basic notes. We get bass, tone, and slap.
So all together in their traditional context, where they come from, these drums are literally a part of everyday life. So just about whatever's happening, whatever's going on in the village setting, there will probably be some music there, there will probably be some drums there. For example, when there is a marriage, the drums will be there. When a baby is born, it's time for that baby to receive a name, the drums will be there.
Does anybody out there know what camouflage is? Anybody? You know what camouflage is? What's camouflage?
So it's when an animal blends in with its habitat.
What? You think camouflage is when an animal blends in with his habitat? Give him a big round of applause. He's absolutely right. I couldn't have said it more technical myself. That's fantastic. Telling you, I'm going to explain camouflage using this card right here. How many dots do you see on the front of the card? 4. It looks like 4, but there's actually 5 dots on the front of the card. It just happens that one of them is camouflaged behind my hand. But when I put my hand like this, your eye kind of wants to add a dot there and go that 6, even though we all know there's only 5 dots on the front of the card. That's how camouflage works. Your eyes start to play tricks on you. How many dots are inside? Okay, it looks like 1, but there's actually 2. See, there's 1 hidden behind my hand. But when I put it like this, how many does it look like? Sort of looks like 3, even though there's only 2. You guys are picking this up way too quickly. We're going to go a little bit faster. How many dots on this side? 6. It's 5, sir. It only looks like 6 because my hand's here. But when I remove my hand, we clearly see that dot's not there. Wait a minute. No, that dot is not. Oh, man. Now we are getting really confused. All right. How many dots are on this side? 2. It looks like 3 because my hand's here. But when I remove my hand, that dot is also not there. Wow. I'm really getting you confused now. All right. So it looks like there's 3 dots on this side. Does anybody remember how many dots are on the other side? Do you remember how many dots on the other side? Huh? What? This is a snake that I found in Africa. His name is Jabalani, which means happiness. So I'm going to bring him in. He is not okay. You know what? He's not in a very good mood right now. We're just gonna let him rest a little bit. You know what? I need a brave volunteer. Is there a brave volunteer in the house? A brave volunteer. This guy right here. All right, come on up. This is fantastic. All right, come right over here. Because it is a snake. If it has a neck, it has a head. If it has a head, it has a mouth. And if it has a mouth, it can bite. Thank you for that. For that reason, I'm going to stand behind you because it'll be safer for me. All right, get that hand up nice and high. Very slowly approach the basket. One of the rarest snakes. in all of Africa. Gavin is about to reach into the bag.
Starting in July, Call of the Night, a new nighttime spectacular show is going to be starting. Here is the main stage down in Awame Plaza, beneath the bridge, to give you a good idea of where it is. Here they're going to have some acrobats, some electric guitar, rock musicians, and more things to come. So keep an eye out for that. We'll do a video following up on that once the new show is here.
Looking all across the morning, city's hot begins to beat. Reaching out, I touch her shoulder. I'm dreaming of the street. If they say
Okay, that is going to do it for today's journey here at the San Diego Zoo. Nighttime Zoo was a great time. The shows, the food, the entertainment, everything was wonderful. I had a great time. I hope you did as well too. I'm going to end my night here with the flamingos. Look, we're matching, pink on pink. Look at that. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. 2, like this video. And 3, take your journey to the next level by also hitting that notification bell. That way you'll be notified whenever there's a new video that comes across on the channel. And as always, feel free to follow me on Instagram at Big Red Journeys. From me to you, thank you, and I'll see you on the next journey. Bye.
Bye.